Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. You found your home for Daily Dose Radio, the only Bible study that's sustainable and organic. Today we're looking at verses 25, 26, and 27 in Psalm 104. This psalm we've just rejoiced in because it really contains so much of creation, the story of creation, and the wonders of God in creation. He should be praised. He should be exalted. O Lord, how manifold are thy works. There are so many, there is no way we could ever know all of them, and their greatness is beyond reason. Verses 25, 26, and 27, we're going to read those today. So let me begin now with verse 25. So is this great and wide sea, wherein are things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. There go the ships. There is that Leviathan, whom thou hast made to play therein. These wait all upon thee, that thou mayest give them their meat in due season. So 3 verses there, 25 through 27. God is giving somebody meat in due season. Again, notice, he gives the beasts that come out at night, who seek their meat from God. That's in verse 21. And now here in 27, that thou mayest give them their meat in due season. He's talking about the beasts in the waters, those creeping things and fish of the sea that he's made there. So verse 25 takes us right back to Genesis chapter 1 again. In verse 20 and 21 of that first chapter in the book of Genesis, we find the day in which God created all the creeping things and the fishes and the whales and everything that's in the oceans. God made them. So this great and wide sea, wherein are things creeping innumerable. Now, that word innumerable is important because he said there in verse 24, how manifold are thy works. There's so many of them. There's so much that you've done. There's no way to know it all. And then he goes to one section of creation, the sea, which he's mentioned previously. God made the sea. Now we're talking about all that's in the sea that God made. It's just innumerable. Wherein are things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. And we don't even hardly have a clue as to what all is in our oceans. We know some things, and we know a lot of things about our oceans, but really we don't know all the mysteries that are there because it's so vast. And we've not plumbed all the depths. We've not seen all the creatures that there are to see. We don't know all that's in it because it is manifold. The creation of God is so vast that we don't have knowledge about all of it. We think we do, but we continue to find new species of things all the time, especially in the oceans. In verse 26, it says, there go the ships. So there's man again. He's involved in his labor. And notice, there is that Leviathan, whom thou hast made to play therein. Now that word Leviathan is a rare word. Classical Hebrew, the word Leviathan, it occurs here only 4 times, twice in the book of Job and twice in the book of the Psalms. You'll find a really good description of Leviathan in Job 41. You'll find a really good description of Leviathan. That entire chapter is about Leviathan. And if you go back and read about Leviathan, I think you'll discover that there's really nothing that we could compare that animal to, because that's something that none of us that are alive today have ever seen a creature quite like this. So I encourage you to go back and look at Job 41. Read the description there that God himself gives of Leviathan. It's amazing. The very last statement there about Leviathan, it says, he is king over all the children of pride. So he's quite a creature. He is the beast in the vast and wide oceans that God has made. It says again, verse 27, these wait all upon thee, just like we do. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow for Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.